Hi, alright, so in this video I'm going to show you how to assemble your coat tree. This is a coat tree made by me. You either purchased it on Etsy or at an art show and I shipped it to you. You can also use this video if you ever have to move your coat tree and want to take it apart and then you'll have to reassemble it. It's pretty simple. The only tool you're going to need is a screwdriver, a small Phillips head screwdriver to put the hooks on. So first thing to do is just take everything out of the box. It's best to open the box on the label side. I don't have a label on this box, but open it up from that top side. And you're just gonna start taking everything out and get it laid out on the floor so you have all the parts. This bag is the hardware bag. That's gonna be on top. Okay, so pretty simple. There's two main turning parts. I kind of refer to that as the stem of the coat tree. And then you've got the legs. The legs are designed in a manner, it's a joint here, a half lap joint. You put them together just by, one is a top and one is a bottom notch. Simply put those two notches together. That's your first step. So you've got those together. Don't worry about any rocking right now. They have levelers, so in the future, in a later step, we'll get it leveled out. But right now, you don't have to worry about that. So that contains your hooks and the main bolt, and then also the screws. I have the screws off to the side. They're very tiny screws, so don't lose them. First, we're going to take the bolt and put it up through the bottom of the legs, this hole in the center of the legs. The head of the bolt goes underneath, and we just pop it all the way up through. It should just stay there for right now. If it doesn't, just hold it from the bottom. But next, we're going to grab the bottom stem piece. You can tell the difference between these two because the top stem piece has these little metal brackets on it. That's what the hooks get mounted to. The bottom piece doesn't have any brackets. It's just a straight turning. So just gonna take the bottom piece, hold the bolt from the bottom so it doesn't spin, and then this threaded insert on the bottom of it. I'm just gonna hand screw this on there. So find the threaded insert, hold the bolt so it doesn't spin, and it's just gonna take a few revolutions to get it all the way down. Okay, so once it's snug, then you can release your hand from the bottom. The bolt won't move at all. And we want to get it nice and tight, so it's just snug right now. I'm going to put my knee. You can also stand up and put your foot on the opposite side of the leg where you're spinning. So you're tightening it, and your foot is just kind of giving it resistance so you can get it nice and tight. And from there, you don't need to crank this thing down, but you want it nice and tight. So right now, the coat tree might have a little rock to it still, but not worried about that yet. This one right now is nice and level. Next, you're just gonna pop your top piece, same story. Threaded insert goes on there, hand threaded on. Same thing, you can stand up and put your foot behind the leg so you can get it nice and snug. That one you really don't need to tighten it. It gets it nice and tight, has a strong joint. Okay, so your next step is going to be the hooks. Here is where you just need one Phillips head screwdriver. This one's electric, but it works great with just a manual screwdriver. So these hooks are dovetail. So obviously you want to orient the hook facing up, and then it just slides on this metal bracket. Kind of have to find its spot, and just slide it all the way down until you kind of hear it click, or it looks like it's covering the whole bracket. So go ahead and put all the hooks on, and then you'll do the screw. There's a screw at the top that we fasten the hook so it can't move at all. So go ahead and put all the hooks on. So we've got all the hooks on. Now we're going to take these tiny little screws and put them in the top of the hook. So there's 8 hooks, 8 tiny little screws. Actually, I'll provide 9 screws. So if you lose one, you're not out of luck. So the easiest way to do this is kind of pinch it with your fingers, slide it over the top of the hook, get it in your screwdriver, and then screw it down nice and tight. You don't want to strip out the screw, so don't go too tight, but nice and snug. And then just repeat that step for all 8. Okay, so I got all our hooks mounted. That kind of alleviates any wiggle. It gets the hooks nice and tight. Next thing and final step is going to be leveling the coat tree. So you want to get it placed in its kind of final resting place because all floors are somewhat uneven. And see how this has kind of a rocking back and forth to it right now? We want to get rid of that. So pretty simple. The leveler is on the bottom. I do it this way. There's other ways you can do it, but just kind of eyeballing it straight up and down, and then just simply unscrewing each leveler until they're all 4 contacting the ground, and you can test it, see if it has any movement. But we want it to be nice and level so it doesn't rock at all. But that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, you can send me an email. I hope you love your coat tree. Thanks.